please welcome Miss Miriam Nafis.
Woo! You guys ready? Y'all sure? All right. Well, good evening, everyone. It is an honor to welcome you to your graduation ceremony. It is the 20th milestone cohort. My name is Miriam Nafis. I'm the Civic Engagement and Social Impact Director. Tonight, we celebrate your commitment, curiosity, and engagement, the very qualities that make our county stronger and more connected. When you began this journey several weeks ago, you stepped into the heart of local government, learning not just what we do, how we do it, and why we do it. From touring facilities, meeting department leaders, and asking thoughtful questions and offering fresh ideas, you embraced the spirit of civic participation that defines Gwinnett County. For those who may not know, Gwinnett One-on-One was designed to bridge the gap between residents and the government, to show that leadership isn't limited to elected officials or county staff. Leadership is also found in engaged, informed, and passionate residents like you guys. Since its inaugural class in 2015, the program has seen remarkable impact. 3 have gone on to become Board of Commissioners. 22 have served on county advisory boards, and together our alumni have contributed 84,000 community service hours. What began as a group of residents representing diverse backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives has become a united community, connected by a shared commitment to service and to Gwinnett County. This milestone cohort was designed with intention. We reimagined the program to make it even more engaging and impactful, adding new elements and enhance the attendee experience, which also helped deepen your connection to Gwinnett. One of the most exciting was the cultural food immersion, which introduced local business components by featuring restaurants across Gwinnett during each session. That inspiration is also what you see tonight with our food hall. Having local businesses provide meals wasn't just about great food. It's also about keeping Gwinnett dollars in Gwinnett and reinforcing the Chairwoman's 2025 State of the County theme, One Gwinnett. We also introduced our Unsung Heroes panel, giving you a well-deserved spotlight to departments who often work behind the scenes and serve as the backbone to our county. And then we took you guys on the road with the bus tour where we traveled across Gwinnett, visited signature locations, met key leaders, and experienced firsthand the areas that we spent several weeks learning about. The success of these editions would not be possible without the support of our department directors and the incredible teams that they all have. I'd like to begin the evening by recognizing some of our amazing leaders who have continuously supported Gwinnett One-on-One from the very beginning. First, I'd like to start off with Chairwoman, who is also the founding director of Gwinnett One-on-One Citizens Academy, Chairwoman Nicole Love Hendrickson. District 1 Commissioner Kirkland Carden. District 2 Commissioner Ben Koo. There's Chairwoman. Let's give her a round of applause. Woo! District 3 Commissioner Jasper Watkins. District 4 Commissioner Matthew Holcamp. I'd like to also acknowledge County Administrator Glenn Stevens and our Deputy County Administrator. Some of them are here tonight. Please give them a round of applause. And a heartfelt thank you to our department directors and staff who shared their knowledge, opened their facilities, and engaged your entire cohort. Please give them a round of applause. And now it is my great pleasure to welcome your valedictorian, Ms. Terry Preston, to share a few words.
We did it, y'all. Good evening, everyone. It's an absolute honor to serve as the valedictorian for the Gwinnett 101 Citizens Academy class of 2025. But truth be told, the greatest honor isn't the title. The real honor has been standing shoulder to shoulder with more than 30 remarkable people who represent the very heart of what community truly means. We came from every background imaginable, but we share one thing in common: a deep desire to live, work, and serve in a place where people genuinely care for one another. And that, my friends, is the definition of a citizen. On that very first Thursday, most of us didn't know each other. Some were very reserved and even a little unsure of what we'd be getting into. But by weeks 2 and 3, you feel the energy shifting. The walls started to come down. We began to talk, to laugh, to share stories, to discover what we had in common. Now, I may be a Jersey girl at heart, but I found myself in this group. Other Jersey folks, a few proud New Yorkers, some Gwinnettians, and yes, even a handful of Grady babies. That's what makes Gwinnett County so special. Now, let's be honest, there were a few Thursdays when showing up wasn't easy. I know I wasn't the only one who had had a long day and thought, maybe I'll just skip this once. And one particular week, I seriously considered turning around. Visiting the water department brought back memories of my late husband, who was a senior water treatment operator. But I'm so glad I kept going because that tour turned out to be one of my favorites, especially when we all saw the real-life consequences of those so-called flushable wipes. I think we can all agree that's a visual none of us will ever forget. What helped me push through wasn't just determination, it was you. The compassion and kindness you showed when you saw I was having a moment reminded me exactly why we're here. That experience was a powerful reminder that being a citizen isn't just about showing up, it's about showing heart. What you gave me that day was community at its best, because that's what true citizenship is. Showing up for one another, especially on those hard days, simply because this community matters. As the volunteer program manager for the Gwinnett County Public Library, I see this spirit every day, how one person's time, one act of service, or one kind word can transform a moment, a neighborhood, even a life. That's what this academy represents. Citizens stepping forward to learn how their government works, to see behind the scenes of public safety, parks and recreation, fire and police, and all the great county departments, and to realize that we all play a part in keeping Gwinnett thriving. Before I close, I want to give a special heartfelt thank you to Miriam Nafis, Director of Civic Engagement and Social Impact. This was Miriam's very first time leading the Citizens Academy, and we can all agree that she did an incredible job. Her vision, enthusiasm, and passion for connecting people truly shone through every single session. Miriam, you are amazing. You and your amazing team created an amazing experience that was not only educational, but also inspiring. Something that brought people together and made each of us feel seen, valued, and connected. And thank you for the cultural food immersion. Wow. Each week was a flavor-filled adventure that didn't just feed us, but nourished our spirits and celebrated the beautiful diversity of Gwinnett. To the unstoppable, unforgettable class of 2025, give yourselves a big cheer. We came, we learned, we served, we braved those Thursday traffic and hunted for parkling mostly, and even stayed awake after those amazing dinners. We toured, we laughed, and let's be honest, we crushed that mock trial. Some of you might have missed your true calling in law or comedy, but either way, it was unforgettable. So here's to us, the citizens who care enough to show up, connect enough to make a difference, and are smart enough to not double check what we flushed. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chairwoman Nicole Love Hendrickson.
Well, good evening, everyone. Man, Miriam, you definitely stepped it up. We got a stage, we got a voice in the back introducing me. Who even introduced me? I was like a voice from the far. That was incredible. And then we're talking about the cultural immersion food. Do I have any alumni from the early days? See, they missed those cold tuna sandwiches, right? I mean, hey, this is government. Y'all had your budget session. You know, we were on a tight budget around the time, but nonetheless, they look forward to it. Commissioner Koo looked forward to those sessions and those tuna sandwiches. But nonetheless, congratulations, Miriam, on stepping this program up, stepping up your game, and offering such an amazing program for our citizens. And I want you to join me in also giving a round of applause to our department directors, our judicial circuit, our constitutional officers, who I also see here today, for really pouring into this program. It is truly exciting to stand before you, this graduating class, who represent a group of residents who have committed your time, your energy, and your passion to become Gwinnett's newest civic leaders. So give yourselves a round of applause. And I see somebody in a graduation outfit. Look at that. For me, this moment always hits close to home. Many of you know my history in county government. In 2015, then Chairman Charlotte Nash entrusted me with a special assignment, and that was to create a special program that would break down the barriers between local government and its citizens. And out of that vision, the Gwinnett 101 Citizen Academy was born. The goal was simple yet ambitious: to help residents not only understand how their county operates, but also to empower them to take part in shaping our future. And yes, we know it might be a little overwhelming at first, just as you heard your speaker talk about, but let's be honest, learning about zoning codes, impervious surfaces, budgets, permitting processes can make your eyes glaze, right? But it can be fun, and it can be fun to learn about local government. And I'm especially grateful to all of our departments, our constitutional and elected offices, and the judicial circuit for pouring into this program and customizing a learning experience that is engaging and has far-reaching impact. Since the first cohort, Gwinnett 101 has become so much more than a program. It has become a movement of engagement. Graduates have gone on to serve on boards and authorities, lead neighborhood associations, launch nonprofit organizations, and even hold elected office. In fact, 3 of our 4 county commissioners are products of this very program, which speaks volumes of this impact. Commissioner Holtkamp, you're next. I think applications are coming up. Okay, see that application come through. but each of you adds to the growing legacy of service, civic pride, and shared responsibility. As we celebrate this 20th graduating class, I want you to take pride in knowing that your footprints are now part of Gwinnett's foundation. You represent the very best of what this county stands for: progress, inclusion, and the people who care enough to get involved. Thank you for investing in yourselves, and thank you for investing in your community. And to the civic engagement and social impact team, job well done. Thank you for carrying the torch with excellence through Cohort 20 and beyond. I'm forever grateful for your excellence. Now it is my pleasure to turn the program over to my colleague, District 1 Commissioner Kirkland Carden. Thank you.
Good evening. Are you all doing well? Before I get started, I have one question to ask. Those in District 1, can you please raise your hand, just out of curiosity? Oh, we got a good group. Excellent. So first off, I want to thank you all for your patience and commitment to finish this 9-week program. And this evening's graduation is the beginning of a new milestone as an active, engaged Gwinnettian. This program is so important because it moves participants such as yourself from being just citizens, just residents, to an active participant in county government or our Gwinnett community. You've been behind the scenes, you've asked some tough questions, I'm assuming, and now you have the knowledge to influence change in our Gwinnett community. Just recently, I was speaking with a panel for Glance Gwinnett, which is an awesome 2.5-day program. If you're curious in it, look it up, feel free to reach out to me. But I mentioned this cohort. Programs like Gwinnett 101 are essential to making sure we have an engaged, educated citizenry here in Gwinnett County, Georgia. They help people such as yourself gain insight, get connections, and leave inspired to take a more active role as a Gwinnett County resident. And as mentioned before from our chairwoman, you can see that, you might start off working in elections, helping with county elections, which we do have one going on right now, another big election day next week on Tuesday. Or you can choose to take it by serving in your city council, like I did back in 2017, or serving on the Board of Commissioners. You never know. Where you start may not be where you end it. So, your journey of service tonight is just the beginning. A great way to continue this momentum is through volunteerism and giving back to the community that has invested so much into you to get to this point tonight. I encourage you to check out Volunteer Gwinnett, learn about some opportunities to get involved. That's the quick way to get involved. Also, when we go into the chamber tonight and you hear about our announcements, keep your ear open. That's a great opportunity for myself and my colleagues to promote opportunities to get involved, different openings on boards, authorities, different things such as that. So, the spark you've ignited over the last 9 weeks is a powerful one. Keep it bright by staying connected and being involved. If there's anything I can ever do in my capacity as a county commissioner, please don't hesitate to reach out. Now I'd like to pass the baton and introduce my colleague, District 2 Commissioner Ben Koo.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Commissioner Carden, and congratulations to this accomplished graduating class. Like Commissioner Carden just said, this is just the beginning. So first, a pop quiz. What does SPLOST stand for? Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax. Remember from the finance session. That's not so great, but you should all understand what that means, right? Did you understand what that meant before this class? Some of you did, some of you did not. That is on our ballot, as mentioned, on Tuesday, so please make sure So now you know what that means and why it's so important to get out and vote and make your voice heard. Now that you have a behind-the-scenes look at the county, the next logical step is to lend your voice and expertise to our governing process. One of the most impactful ways to stay involved is by serving on one of Gwinnett County's boards, authorities, or committees. These groups of engaged residents provide recommendations and input on specific issues, shaping policies that affect everything from development to elections. The Board of Commissioners appoints residents like you to these critical roles throughout the year. As commissioners, we are always looking for people who can bring the kind of insights you've gained from Gwinnett 101. So show of hands, who's in District 2? Who are my District 2 folks? Excellent. Thank you. How many of you, who lives in the Centerville area? Is anybody? Any of these groups near Centerville? What about near Lucky Shoals? There we go, there's the Centerville. What about near Lucky Shoals, like me? There we go. And what about lives near in the Mountain Park area? Yeah, okay, great. So for those of you in District 2, I am currently accepting applications for my Centerville, Lucky Shoals, and Mountain Park Community Advisory Boards. I also encourage you to consider the Tree Advisory Committee. The deadline for applications is November 19th. Submit your applications at gwinnettcounty.com/apply to serve. So that's an immediate way you can start getting involved today. These boards, as well as many others, ensure the community's voice is heard at the highest level. Serving on a county board or advisory group is a concrete way to turn your knowledge into genuine civic leadership and really make a difference in our community. So now I'll turn it over to my colleague, District 3 Commissioner Jasper Watkins III.
Thank you, Commissioner Koo, and good evening. So where all my District 3 peeps at? Where they at? Show me love. See, that's what I'm talking about. All right, now for my District 3 peeps, I got my commissioner coin, I put it in your bag. So now when I catch you without my coin, I drink expensive coffee. So just make sure, and some other people too. Good evening, and I want to congratulate everyone tonight. You packed a lot into these couple of months. I want to thank you for bringing your whole self to every session. Now your commitment has given you a fresh perspective about the resources and the programs that are available in our county. And now you have an incredible opportunity to help. I'm sure many of you are very surprised to learn all about our local government and about our benchmark community. Gwinnett 101 is a great sampling and snapshot of the fundamental work that supports our businesses and residents. Now it's your opportunity to go deeper. I mean deeper. Get out and explore what we have to offer here in Gwinnett County. Engage in the challenges you've learned about and find out how you can get involved in making a change. If you need anything, I encourage you to contact my office. In fact, you have a special connection right here in your class. And then these are her words, I got to read them. I'd like to give a special shout out to my exceptional first-rate executive assistant, Ms. Nasanta Banks, for her dedication and participation in this cohort. I am so proud to see her here along with all of you and engage in a program like this so now we can continue to serve our residents with greater understanding and what the county has to bring to the table. Now with that, I'll turn it over to my esteemed colleague, District 4 Commissioner Matthew Holcamp.
Thank you, Commissioner Watkins. I really appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. Now, before I share my prepared remarks, I just have to speak to the constant harassment that I get from my colleagues over here about not having been a part of this cohort and about applying soon. Because, I did go through Leadership Gwinnett 2017, and I have to mention that tonight, yes, because one of my classmates, Sue Wyatt, everybody knows Sue Wyatt. I love Sue Wyatt. We were in 2017 together, best class ever. Yes. She is now my Sustainability Commission appointee, and you're doing great work. So thank you so much, Sue, for doing that. I'm so proud of each of you for taking an interest in learning about how our county government works. You've witnessed, often unseen, the hum of our county, powered by our passionate employees that care deeply about those who live, work, and do business here. Now, echoing my colleagues, it's time for you to put your knowledge to work as you share what you've learned with your neighbors, your families, and your friends. You can now connect the dots for some of what you've learned about these everyday lives. For instance, the next time you ride by a road maintenance crew, share one of the facts that you learned about our Department of Transportation. The next time you fill a glass of water, let it be a conversation starter about our incredible water services department. One conversation you could lead to inspiring someone else to learn more about or get involved and follow in your footsteps in the next Citizens Academy cohort. These are the ripples that transform our community. And I want to take another special shout out to my own executive assistant, Katie Gill, who's now an alumna. So of course I've got to share a special story about Katie. Now, when I won my election, I had no idea. I don't know how many days it was after I was elected that I found out that I got an executive assistant. Really, I didn't know. I couldn't imagine how I was going to be able to handle this additional workload to what I already do, you know? But when I found out, I don't know, it had to have just been seconds before I thought of Katie. I had known Katie for many years, and she was the only other person that I knew that it was as crazy in love with this community that we call Gwinnett. So when I called her and I shared with her this opportunity, I am so thankful that you said yes. So thank you, Katie. Very good. Well, thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for your commitment to this program. Have a good night. Thanks. Let me see everybody in District 4. Who's all here from District 4? All right. Very good. Thank you. I'll see you afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairwoman, and thank you, Commissioners. I think between your remarks and Terry's, I guess the goal was make Miriam cry tonight. Y'all almost got me. Before we close out and present our awards, we'd like to take a moment to acknowledge a very special person in the audience. Mr. Gene Wallace, will you please join us on stage? Mr. Gene was part of the third Gwinnett One-on-One Citizens Academy cohort, and since then, he has attended every single one. He has also contributed over 1,000 volunteer hours in the county just this year alone. He truly embodies what it means to be community-minded. As a volunteer, a mentor, and a constant reminder that service does not stop at graduation. It's a lifelong commitment. Mr. Gene represents the very spirit of Gwinnett One-on-One. So, Mr. Gene, on the behalf of Gwinnett County, we are proud to present you with the Gwinnett One-on-One Citizens Academy Legacy Alumni Award. Oh, yeah, do you want to say something? Okay.
I want to let most of you know that I don't know that I really deserve this. I've really enjoyed meeting all of you and the time we've had together and the past classes. Some of you guys, I think I met you when you first came for that orientation. But it has been really a great time. I really enjoyed it. And and I hope I get to enjoy some more. And thank you, everyone, for your friendship, and just take time to really think about what you've learned and get involved in this county. Thank you.
Thank you for your commitment, Jean. Graduates, as Kiera calls your name, please make your way to the stage.
Okay. Hi, guys. Y'all know I know y'all names, that's why. Nishanta Banks. Yolanda, oh, let me give you a second. Yolanda Rue Bell. Brittany Bloodsaw. Melissa Castaneda. Joel Como. Wayland Connor. Lashana Edie. Katie Gill. Angel Hurston. Maria Lamb. Judy Lilas. June D. Linton. Sean Mathis. Maria Mejia. Arsanta Monger. Andrea Murray. William Nicholas. Madonna Owens. Terry Preston. Laura Ramos. Seema Razi. Devin Riggins Dorset. Itzel Rivera. Samantha Spitzner. Gwendolyn Swain. Artemisia Swift. Jeff Torbett. Juliet Vaught. Sean Walker. Monetta Wilson. Susan Wyatt. Well, you know, I didn't forget one, but let's throw a little one in there. Shantizia Estes. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations to all of you guys, and we are so proud to have you in the Gwinnett One-on-One family. Chopper? Chopper, do you want to graduate too? Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Chopper from the Gwinnett Stripers. You did it, Chopper. Yes. Yes. Everyone give him a round of applause. Okay, well, to kick off the 20th cohort, we launched our first Cohort Connection meet and greet at Coolray Field, and Chopper was our host. So I guess it's only right that Chopper graduates today, and he's gonna be a part of the 20th cohort. Graduates, as you move forward, I encourage you to stay engaged, join a board, advisory committee, volunteer, attend public meetings, and share what you learned with others. Our hope is that you become true advocates in the community. The impact of this program reaches far beyond these sessions. It lives through your actions, your service, and voices in the community. Once again, congratulations on this incredible achievement. We are so proud of you, grateful for your participation, and inspired by the commitment to be active, informed, and connected citizens. As you leave here tonight, remember, being one Gwinnett means continuing to lead with heart, serve with purpose, and lift others as you rise. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. Awesome. And at 7 p.m., you guys are free to mix and mingle. We have lots of different food options. You guys know I'm a foodie, so of course we brought it here tonight. But at 7 o'clock, we will go to the auditorium, and the Board of Commissioners will recognize you guys. Thank you.
Our next presentation will be presented by Chairwoman Nicole Love Hendrickson and recognizes the Gwinnett 101 Citizens Academy Fall 2025 graduates. As she makes her way to the front of the room, I'd like to invite the graduates and representatives from Gwinnett Civic Engagement and Social Impact to join her. Gwinnett 101 Citizens Academy was launched in April 2015 to develop informed and engaged residents, students, and business owners in the county. This year, 33 community leaders participated in the fall class, which marks the 20th cohort to graduate from Gwinnett 101 in the decade since its creation. The class members were awarded certificates during a graduation ceremony held earlier this evening. Members of the fall 2025 graduating class are Nashanta Banks, Yolanda Ruabel, Brittany Bloodsaw, Melissa Castaneda, Joel Como, Wayland Connor, Lashana Edie, Shantizia Estes, Katie Gill, Angel Hurston, Maria Lamb, Judy Lilas, June D. Linton, Sean Mathis, Maria Mejia, Arsanta Monger, Andrea Murray, William Nicholas, Terry Preston, Laura Ramos, Seema Razi, Devin Riggins Dorset, Itzel Rivera, Jacinda San Martin, Samantha Spitzner, Gwendolyn Swain, Artemisia Mimi Swift, Jeff Torbett, Juliette Vogt, Sean Walker, Monetta Wilson, and Susan Wyatt. Please join Chairwoman Hendrickson in celebrating the Fall 2025 Gwinnett 101 Citizens Academy graduates.
the graduating class, it's an honor to stand for this graduating class, a group of residents who have committed their time and energy to learning about Gwinnett County, and I commend Gwinnett's newest civic leaders. Many of you know my personal history and connection to Gwinnett County, as I was the founding director of the outreach program where the Gwinnett 101 Citizens Academy was birthed in 2015. And I had the pleasure of seeing how much of an impact a program like this has on residents' understanding of how local government works, from police to public safety to our budget process to learning about how we protect our citizens to our courts and judicial circuit to all of the internal operations and inner workings that really make Gwinnett County function with excellence. And I'm sure that after this program, many of these residents, we will see spearheading many different initiatives in the community, from serving on boards to leading various initiatives, and hopefully we'll see you back at some of these meetings and advocating. We certainly appreciate your time that you've dedicated to this program and learning about county government. You now are ambassadors, and you know a lot more about county government than your neighbor. So now when your neighbor has a question, we expect you to answer that call. And if you can't answer it, you can always direct them to the county commissioners. That is okay too. But nonetheless, I am so proud of this program. I am proud of our civic engagement team who has continued to carry the torch and continuing to lead this program. 20 classes means we have, I can't even do the math, lots of alumni out there who are just exceptional about serving this great county. And I know we had the pleasure of recognizing one of our longest standing alumni, Jean Wallace. If you're here, if you can please stand. Where's Jean Wallace? Jean. Gene was in the program, he was in the third class, so it was right after I got through the first brush of it, and the third class, we made some tweaks, and he got to experience a lot of that and continued to come back and serve and support this program as an alumni volunteer, and he was just recognized today at the graduation as the Alumni of the Year and a Legacy Award for having contributed over 1,000 hours of his time. You don't have a lot of time on your hands, right, Gene? But nonetheless, we value our alumni and especially your contributions to this program. But congratulations again to the graduating class. Now, this is something that I like to do in seeing who is all represented in the class. So where are my District 1 residents? Okay. District 2? Woo! District 2. District 3? District 3 is always lit. I need y'all to have more energy. District 4. All right. Now, here's a trick question, and let's see if you pass the test. Who is in my district? You all should be raising your hands. All right, you all fail. As you know, I am countywide, so no matter where you live, I represent you. All right, with that, give our Citizens Academy graduates another round of applause. And I would like to invite Miriam to come share, if you will, when the next application opens for the next cycle and how residents can get involved.
Well, these residents behind me will stay involved because all of them registered on volunteergwinnett.net. So that's the best way to stay engaged. And we will open classes in January. So please look out. We will have 2 different cohorts in the 2026 year.
Excellent.
Thank
so
you.
Website again is?
It's Gwinnett County Government.
Gwinnett County Government.
But to volunteer, always volunteer Gwinnett. We're always looking.
All right. Well, GwinnettCounty.com to learn more about volunteer opportunities in the Citizens Academy, and we hope to see your application come through. And Commissioner Holtkamp, that goes for you too. All right. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Take a photo. Commissioners, if y'all want to join the photo. Yes, ma'am. All right. Can I get all eyes up here on 3?